Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Please accept greetings according to your time and locations, please. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification bell so that you will be notified anytime I post a new video. And to my returning subscribers, I say thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. God bless you. Welcome back once again, guys. Today I want us to discuss a topic: oppression. As you see the caption, oppression. Like seriously, before I start to describe the topic, before I start talking about the topic, the thing is sometimes what we think it's an oppression to us might not really be oppression, especially for we youth. These days, we take peer pressure as an oppression, whereas in most cases, they are things we brought upon ourselves. But let's not dive into that for now. Let's start from where we are supposed to start from. So, what is oppression? Oppression is the prolonged cruel or unjust treatment or exercise of authority. A feeling of being uncomfortable and worried, because there is when you are being oppressed, when you start feeling like you are not comfortable where you are, when you start having that fear of safety where you are, when you start feeling like you are not being treated right, and you know that even if we are supposed to follow the law at that particular time, that thing that you are the phase that you are going through is not comfortable, is not, there is no justice, is, you can simply refer to it as an as oppression. Example of oppression: sometimes forced labor. When you are being forced to do the jobs, probably the jobs are not meant for you. Maybe your certificate, what is in your certificate is not the kind of job they gave you, but you've accepted to do that job, whereas you did not know that what the burden that they will put on you will be more than your expectations. Your belief was that you can just do it according to the conversation you have with those people before, but on getting there, they put burden that is more than what they've discussed, what you thought or what you agreed to be doing as that job. They've put the burden that is more than that on you, but you have to just get it done because you want to get paid. So you have been forced to do more than what you are supposed to do, or probably other people's job are being forced on you. So, and you have no choice than just to do it, even if you have the choice to leave later or to stop that kind of unjust act on you. But at that particular moment when you accept it, you do it with different thoughts in your mind, without being comfortable with it. You just do it for doing sake. At that moment that you feel unjust, you feel like you are being cheated on, you feel like you are being used, they force that labor on you. That is an oppression, because the people or the person that is forcing you to do that particular thing at that time is trying to like use authority on you. He's trying to like use power on you, seeing you as a powerless person at that time, seeing you as that person that can just be used for their own advantage. So that is an oppression. And when you work for another example is low wages. When you work for so long, like you've worked for a particular long period of time, and your salary was meant to be increased, or they are supposed to pay you a particular salary that you've agreed on, but at the end of that period they paid you something lesser than what you've agreed on, or probably they've given you work that is more than the salary or the wages they promised you. At that time you are being oppressed. At that time you are being used because they pay you lesser than what you've worked for. So another example is denial of equal rights, equal opportunity, denial of equal opportunity. When me as an individual meet myself in a society whereby we are supposed to have something shared equally, we are supposed to be treated equally, but at the end of the day some people feel like they are above the law. Some people feel like they are in power, so they can't write, they can get rid of our what belongs to us or what belongs to me. In that particular place they deny me of my own opportunity, of my own rights. That means I've been oppressed. They oppress me because they are in power. That is another example of oppression, denial of equal opportunity. Practicing employment discrimination is an example of oppression. Economic discrimination, nationality, race, and religion. Those are the example of oppression. When we are talking about discrimination in employment, it happens very well. It's not a new thing. We know sometimes you will get to work because somebody or your colleagues, one of your colleagues is a favorite of the boss. What is meant to be for both of you, as maybe let me say as a gift or something that is meant to be beneficial to all of you, might be given to that person alone because he or she is the boss favorite. So when you start seeing people trying to segregate people, that these are my beloved ones, they are just ordinary people, like I can just treat them anyhow, whereas you work in the same organization, you are giving the same, you are rendering the same services to people there. You are meant to be colleagues. You are meant to be treated the same way. You are meant to be loved the same way. But when people started this discrimination thing, and they make it obvious to you that they are being discriminating, it can be so bad, to the extent that some people, when they feel that, they start feeling as if they are not human beings. They started losing the love and passion they have for that kind of job. So in that case, you see that you might not be able to do anything, but you already know, it is obvious that that the people there are discriminating. So that is an oppression. They don't need to tell you 2 times that they are trying to use their power to separate you from others, to show love to others, to treat others right, while they deprive you of your own right as one of the workers there. And when it comes to nationality, some people, in fact, at this age now, I don't think people are supposed to be practicing that nationality oppression. I don't think there should be oppression when it comes to nationality. But this is the society we found ourselves. So there is nothing we can do about it. There are some people, when you go to when you travel to their country, or you travel down to their state, let me put it that way, don't let me use country, it might be too far, let me just say state. You leave your state to get job in another state. Some state will tell you that they cannot employ you, even if you have the best certificate, you have best certificate, you have best credentials, they will still tell you that if our citizens, indigenes of this state, are having the lowest grades, we will still employ them before you. No matter how you've tried to get the best grade, we will still employ them before you. There is nothing you can do about it. That is oppression. We are meant to be treated the same way. We are humans. That is what will be coming to your mind, that why are they like this? Like, I have best grades, I'm with good certificates, I'm with good credentials. Why are they putting people with lower grades before me, all in the name of indigene citizens and the likes? So that is an oppression, and they are trying to like exercise their authority on you, their power on you as an individual. You can't challenge them. You can't challenge them. And in that case, it's either you accept it the way it is, or you just let it go. So it's an oppression, and it is obvious. So in other words, oppression is a form of injustice that occurs when one social group is subordinated while another is privileged. When some people are getting the advantage of something that everybody's supposed to benefit from, some people are getting the advantage while others are being used. So the moment you start realizing that you are being used for the benefit of others, just you already know without telling you that you are being oppressed. So oppression is simply the exercise of authority or power in a burdensome or cruel or unjust manner. When people start treating you or exercising their power or authority on you, it is an oppression. Oppression. That is just what it is. So, moving on. Sometimes when people are being oppressed, they become used to it to an extent that they build that oppression within their heart. Like they know they are being oppressed in where they are. Now in their heart, they will start feeling that oppression, and they are trying to like accept it as a reality and deal with it. So psychologically, that is termed internalized oppression. Psychologically, it is termed internalized oppression. You've accepted that this is an oppression. Now it's within you. You now see it as a reality. You now see it as if that is the way it should be. It's now become part of you, even though you are not happy with it, but you've accepted it as a reality. You just want to be with it and keep moving on without making any changes, because you just see it as it has to be part of you. You have to accept that oppression to be something you have to deal with on a daily basis. So it's oppression will now lead to internalized oppression. Internalized oppression, when you start feeling like it's now a reality, it's now part of me, there's nothing I can do about it. You see yourself as a victim. Now you begin to accept that oppression as a reality. So it's another mental, it causes another damage to your mental health, but you don't want to care again. You just want to deal with it. You just want to see it as part of you. You just want to accept it the way it comes. It is an oppression. It is something, and when it gets to that point, there's nothing you can do to deal with it except you get a therapy. because it will be difficult to let go. Whatever you want to do on a daily basis, whatever you want to do in life, you start thinking that, you start considering how you will be oppressed about it, if you will be able to withstand the oppression of getting that thing, if you'll be able to accept it, if you'll be able to cope with the oppression that comes with everything you want to do. That can be so dangerous. It's so bad that it can damage your mental health if care is not taken. It will really affect your mental health. Example of internalized oppression: when you begin to realize that you are now seeing oppression as a reality. Oppression is now becoming something you accept. For you to know that you are now accepting oppression as a reality, these are the examples, these are the things you will see that you started accepting. You are now doing. Example of things you see in yourself that will make you know that you are now accepting oppression as a reality. 1, difficulty in speaking up at work. For instance, somebody that is being oppressed when it comes to like speaking in public, they shut you up, they make you feel, because oppression lower, that one of the disadvantage and side effects of oppression is it lowers your self-esteem. So when you start seeing it as if I am nothing, I can't say things, and nothing good is coming out from me according to what people are telling me, because oppressors make you think that nothing good is coming from you, that you just need to accept that you need to be used. That is the only thing you are available for. That is the only thing you are good at. So for you to speak up while others are speaking, it will be difficult. So difficulty in speaking up at work is one of the examples, is one of the things that will make you know that you've accepted oppression as a reality. 2, avoiding leadership opportunity. You as a youth, when they give you opportunity that this group of people, come and lead them to get to a particular level, or so that you can move on, or they see you as if you are capable of leading a team for a better result on the assignment given to you. But you, as somebody that has already accepted oppression as a reality, you feel like, oh no, me lead these people, I can't, I won't be able to deliver, I won't be able to do the assignment. That shouldn't be. It simply means you accept, you've accepted oppression as a reality. You've accepted what they tell you, what they say to you, as the oppressors, what the oppressors present to you as who you are supposed to be, because you are now living in your body as a person. You are now living who the oppression says you are. You are living the life of who the oppression says you are. They say you are nothing. You've accepted that you are nothing. They say something good can't come out from you. Now you are given opportunity to lead people. You disagree. No, I can't. No. Why me? I won't be able to deliver. It shouldn't be. You can't deliver. Of course you can do it. You can even do better. But the moment you accept that what the oppressors has already make you understand that something good cannot come out from you, so you accept it as a reality. Now you are being oppressed, and you are now adapting, accepting, and living that life as a reality. It shouldn't be. Another thing is the victim of oppression with an accent avoid making friends with others. That is another thing. If you are for people with accent, it becomes difficult for when they accept oppression, because not everybody with accent accept oppression. Let's make that clear. But people with accent that accept oppression, because I don't want them to laugh at me, They said I don't know how to speak in public. They said I don't know how to interact with people. They said they do tell me that my accent is sucks. I don't speak well. I can't communicate fluently. Now you accept that as part of you, where you are supposed to make friends with people that will be beneficial to you. You feel inferior. You feel like you are nothing. Your self-esteem is now so low to the extent that you don't want to mingle with people that can benefit your life again, because you think you can't do it. You think something better can't come out from you. It shouldn't be. Don't accept oppression. Don't let oppression bring you to that level of losing opportunity, of staying alone, like you just want to be by yourself. Don't let it get to that extent. Another example of, for you to know that you've accepted oppression as a reality, if you really want to know, these are the things I'm trying to mention here. If you've accepted oppression as a reality, these are the things you will be doing. Because the moment you find it difficult to speak up at work, you've accepted oppression. You've accepted that maybe probably people do insult you or say some things about you, and you don't want to hear it. You now feel bad about it. You accept that is who you are, so you would just want to be. The moment you accept that, you accept oppressors to overcome you. So it will be difficult to speak in public. You'll be avoiding leadership opportunity, and it will make you lose a lot of things, because you don't know the next step you will take that will better your life, probably in career wise or in other aspects. You don't know. But when you refuse to mingle with people because some set of oppressors have told you that you can't do something better, there is nothing good that you can deliver, so you believe it, you accept it, and you start seeing it as a reality. The moment you accept that means you've allowed oppressors to overcome you. So for you to be able to get out of that kind of thought and that belief, for you to be able to get out of it might take a while. It might be something you need to work on before you can get out of that kind of thought, because they've made you lower your own self-esteem to that extent. And another example, finding yourself forcing yourself to be like others or fit in position like others. They said when they tell you she doesn't know how to dress well, of course I know her. I know him. Everything about him is just he can be so local. He can be so this. He can be so that. Now you believe you are local, and you accept that you are the local champion. You don't want to change it because of what oppressors told you. You accept that oppression, and you are now living it, and you believe it, you accept it, and you now see it as a reality, and you are living that kind of life. It shouldn't be. Of course, they might be saying what they see in you, right? Fine. But that doesn't mean you can't be better. That doesn't mean you can't do better. No, it doesn't mean you can't do better. It's just what they feel like, what they saw earlier, or probably what they thought, and they said it to you and you accept it. You can as well prove to them that they are wrong. There is nothing bad in it. You can as well make them realize that they are wrong. Stop living that kind of life of accepting oppression and believing and living it and seeing it as a reality. It won't help you at all. So this reminds me, we youth of nowadays, like I mentioned earlier, that sometimes peer group, we see peer pressure, we see it as an oppression. Sometimes peer pressure that we bring upon ourselves is what is affecting us. I will start shouting, this oppression is too much. Oh, oppression will make you do this. Oppression will make you do that. You will see somebody that's supposed to still be thinking of how to get to the track. You are now thinking of how to be helping people to get to track. You yourself, you are not even on the track of success already. You are not there, but you are now thinking of getting people to that track just because you think you are above that level. You think you should be more than that. You are putting yourself in position of people that are already beyond that. They are not the one oppressing you now. You are the one bringing oppression upon yourself. You see, okay, let's take for instance somebody that has parents that are wealthy. Your parents are wealthy. His or her parents are wealthy. They transfer wealth to him or her. He or she hasn't gone through what you've been through as an individual from a poor background. So if you now decide to live like to act like that person, live the kind of life that person is living, feel you want to live comfortably, spend comfortably like that person is doing, that means you are breaking oppression on yourself. Nobody is oppressing you. Nobody. So let's correct that now. Not everything we see to be oppressions are oppressions. Sometimes peer pressure is what we are bringing upon ourselves and we say is oppression. Sometimes nobody is oppressing us. You see somebody that has been working for months and was able to gather money to buy something. Let's use iPhone that is in vogue now, iPhone 14 Pro Max. They are now using, that person is using it. And what you are earning per month is nothing to write home about. Now you put yourself in competition. He or she is my friend. We are friends. We are mates. Why can't I use what he or she is using? Why can't I be like him or her? Listen, you don't know the source. You don't know what that person has gone through. You don't even know, maybe the person has not even gone through anything. It just comes freely without any stress. Now you are putting the pressure on yourself to get what that person has. Sorry to say, nobody is oppressing you. You are oppressing yourself. You are making seems to be an oppression, whereas it's never an oppression. This is what you've brought upon yourself. So just deal with it. Since that is what you want, you have to deal with it and stop telling people they are oppressing you. Some people are just living their life because they could afford those things that that you people are shouting and running after. If they want to get it, they can, but they decided not to bother. It's not their priority. They are just living their life comfortably with with what they have. But you are now seeing it now that those things that they don't see as something important those are the things you want to run after. Those are the things you want to get. You want to do like you to do say, I want to pepper them. Pepper who? Pepper who, for crying out loud? Why peppering anybody? If you can afford it conveniently, without bothering anybody, without breaking banks, without going beyond your power, do it. Do it sensibly, without saying you want to oppress somebody. Some people they will not have more than that amount. Maybe this particular money is enough to get an iPhone, but they have other things that they're supposed to see as priority. But because I want to pepper them, you gather all your savings, you go ahead to get an iPhone. Listen to me. Of course, you might pepper those that want to be peppered. That's just the truth. You might succeed in peppering those that want to be peppered. Not everybody that will see it as something, as an achievement, but those that want to be oppressed as well, that see everything as all that glitters are gold to them. Those are the people you can pepper. So those are the people you can oppress. But between you and God and your bank account and your savings, you know you've gone beyond your power. You know you've done what you are not supposed to do. So it is left for you now to deal with it by yourself. Now tell me, within yourself, can you ask yourself, at the end of the day, if I succeed in oppressing this person, those money that I've spent on unnecessary things, is there anybody that will get it back for me? Except if you have other sources that you do get money from without stress, then you might not bother. But if you work so hard, you work, you sweat, you know what it means to save, you will not want to pepper anybody. If you really, really, for real, know what it means to save, you will not want to pepper anybody. For what? Pepper them for what? And to you that see everything as an achievement, even when you are not even when you don't have half of it, you just see it as, oh, it's an achievement. Of course, it might be an achievement to that person, but so long as you don't have it, you can't afford it, you don't have to kill yourself, you don't have to be oppressed about it. Don't let peer pressure put you don't let peer pressure push you to do unnecessary things. Don't let peer pressure push you to do unnecessary things. Don't bring oppression on yourself when nobody is oppressing you. Don't see it as if when somebody achieves something now, they achieve it to oppress you. No, they have their dreams, they have their plans already. You don't know you don't know how many months, how many years they've been planning to get those things, that they've been striving, working so hard to get it. But when they finally get those things, you don't know how easy it was for them. It might be easy, it might not be easy. Not everybody will come out to tell their success stories. You just see them succeeding. You don't know what they've been through. Now you see their achievement. They are now achieving. You see all their achievements as an oppression. Why? It's never an oppression. They never meant to oppress you. You just want to see it as an oppression because you think all that glitters are gold. You can still do better. We have our time. There's time for everything. There is time for everything. If that person is able to get that thing you've been wanting to get, and you've not been able to gather money or to do things like that, it doesn't mean you won't get there. It doesn't mean you won't get it. Don't subject yourself to oppression. Please, youth, stop subjecting yourself to oppression. Stop letting peer pressure push you to where you are not supposed to be. Nobody is pushing you. Nobody is forcing you. At the age of 25, 23, 24, 25, you want to have the biggest mansion in your community. Do you have the job that pays you to that extent? Ask yourself. Do you have the job that pays you to the extent of having the best mansion in your community? If no, then why? Why killing yourself? Why disturbing yourself? Why are you trying to play with your mental health as if you just want to, as if the people that are getting it, they just within a blink of an eye, they just get it. Why are you thinking like that? Why are you prioritizing yourself? Please, youth, Not all that glitters are gold. We all know this, but we never listen. Our parents, adults, they always say this, but we don't want to listen nowadays. What we want is what we want. What we want to get is what we want to get. Without either it is either through the rightful means or not. What we want is what we just want. We don't want to listen to anybody. At the end of the day, if it doesn't turn out well, if things get worse along the line, we'll start screaming, we'll start shouting, coming to social media, had I known, had I known, had I known. Can't you think before doing it? Had I known, had I known, had I known, here and there. You will not allow us to listen to something good again on social media. Peer pressure, oppression that you brought, that you subjected yourself to, has now cost you more harm than good. You are now shouting up and down. And listen to me, listen good. I'm not saying you shouldn't try your best to better yourself. No, that's not what I meant. I'm not saying when people around you are doing something better, you shouldn't try to do better as well. No, that was not what I meant. I'm trying to say that do your best and leave the rest. I'm trying to say that do things according to your capability. I'm trying to say that don't subject yourself to oppression. See anything that goes around you, any achievement that people are having around you, congratulate them, celebrate with them, and try your best. If they've been trying to, if they were able to achieve it within a year, and you know that thing is your dream, but you can't get it, you can't get it within that year, you can as well keep working towards getting it. If theirs is just within 1 year, you can still get yours in the next 3 years. It doesn't mean that it should be so close, like she gets hers, I get mine. He gets his, I get mine. We are not in competition. Don't subject yourself to oppression. Stop the unnecessary competition. Live your life. Do your best and leave the rest. Focus on your priority. Try to plan on your income. And always try to better yourself in every aspect. Then you see things falling in places for you, doing accordingly. As if even more than, it will be so easier, more than you can think of. But the moment you subject yourself to oppression, it is everything that you will be trying to compete with. It is everything. And when you are able to meet up, jealousy will start. Hatred will start. So why the competition? Why are you giving yourself problems? Why do you want to develop heart attack on things that you can easily overlook and focus on your own life? Please, please, and please, don't subject yourself to oppression. Youth, I'm talking to us. Let's stop the unnecessary competition. That somebody was able to buy Asoebi of 15,000, 20,000, 100K to a party is not an achievement though. And if you see it as an achievement, but you can't afford it at that particular time, you don't have to kill yourself. You see that 2,000 naira clothes that you are able to afford, put it on. So far it is clean. Put it on. If somebody is able to afford Rolls Royce, and for now you can't even afford a bicycle, my friend, you don't have to kill yourself. That is their time. You don't know their source of income. Even if you know, there is 90% possibility that you don't know everything. It is what they tell you that you know. So don't subject yourself to oppression. Stop the unnecessary competition for your own good. And again, if people are being subjected to real oppression, like they are being oppressed for real. I don't mean the one that they subject themselves to. I don't mean the prayer that they put this upon themselves and they call oppression. When people are really being oppressed, it will always have side effects. The side effect of oppression can lead to anxiety. Oppression leads to anger. Oppression do definitely lead to depression, because when people are being oppressed so much that they can't bear it again, it becomes something they think and think and think about, because what will always come to their mind is, how can I just stop this once and for all? And in most cases in our society, whenever someone is being oppressed, especially if it is either politically or probably people that are in authority, in most cases, we find it difficult to stop their oppression. It's become something that will bother us on a daily basis. It becomes something that we will think about day and night, and that can definitely lead to depression. So, as a side effect of oppression, anger, anxiety, depression lowers self-esteem. It really do lower self-esteem. You see yourself as worthless, as somebody worthless, as somebody that something good can't comes from. You see yourself as if you are nothing. You see yourself as if something good can't come from you. You start believing that you are useless. The moment you start believing that you are useless, you've allowed that oppression to overcome you. So those are the side effects of oppression. Types of oppression. We have exploitation, we have marginalization, we have powerlessness, cultural imperialism. But the one I will be able to explain, because of time, is I will just explain two, which is the exploitation and powerlessness. You see, when people start exploiting you, when people start trying to use you, try to get things that are meant to be yours for their own good, for their own use, without considering how you feel, they just want to use their power on you to get what belongs to you. They exploit you, either at work. Maybe somebody is exploiting you. Maybe they will collect your salary, get from it, or they gather your salary, they make use of it until when they are satisfied, they'll give it to you. All those things can happen, and it do happen in our society nowadays. Exploitation, they will just want to exploit. That is it. They just want to get from you. They just want to use you. Another one is powerlessness. When they see that there's nothing you can do. And in most cases, oppression comes when they know that you can't do anything. When they know that there's nobody to call upon. When they know that they can just do it and they won't be punished for it. In most cases, people will maltreat you, people will exploit you, people will do all sorts of things to you. People will use you. They will do all sorts of things to you because they know you are powerless. Because they know you can't do anything to them. They see you as if whatever I do, I just do it. No punishment for it. Nobody is coming to challenge me for it. So if I do anything for you, you just have to accept it. That is oppression. And it can be, and like seriously, it's so disheartening these days in our society. People just want to oppress you. especially the poor masses. They just want to exploit. They just want to oppress us. They just want to make us realize that there is nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. Who will you call on to come and help you out? Even if you go to court of law these days, it's you that you are poor. How do you even want to go to court of law? So tell me, you will be thinking about the expenses. Who will I call upon? Who will I run to? This and that. So you accept it. You just embrace oppression because there's nothing you can do about it. That is one of the reasons we've not been able to eradicate oppression in our society. Because the poor masses are the ones that are being oppressed. Nobody to call on. Nobody to save us as the poor masses. Nobody is coming saying something about it. They will exploit you. They will treat you like trash. Nobody is coming to save you. So most of oppressions that are rampant these days is always on the poor. It's always on the poor masses. You will never see people that will oppress the wealthy ones in the society. Because before you know it, they just have to call on one or two people and they will arrange on fighting for their rights. But you know your rights. Who are you to talk? Who do you want to call upon? So they just oppress you because you are powerless. Now, let's move to how to deal with oppression. Sometimes we might find ourselves in that kind of situations and we'll be thinking, how do we deal with it? Instead of accepting oppression and start seeing it as a reality, you have to think about how you can deal with it, how to get out of it, how to save yourself, how to save your mental health. So the moment you start thinking of how to save your mental health, how to save yourself, how to get out of it, that means you are thinking about how to deal with oppression. It simply means you are thinking about how to deal with oppression. You might not be able to eradicate it, but there are some things you can as well do just to make yourself feel comfortable, because oppression makes you feel uncomfortable and worried. So to make yourself comfortable and get out of that worriness and stop being worried about it, you need to think of what to do. So dealing with oppression, number 1, be aware that you are being oppressed. Not everybody that is being oppressed know that they are being oppressed. Some people just see it as if it's normal. When you see oppression as something normal, you've accepted it, you find it difficult to realize that, is this thing my right or not? Am I being cheated or not? Is this thing right or is it wrong? The moment you are aware that you are being oppressed, you will be thinking of how to deal with it. But if you never think about it, if you never see it as an oppression, let me put it that way. If you never see it as an oppression, you will never think of how to deal with it. So number 1, you need to be aware that you are being oppressed. Number 2, you need to practice self-care. Need to practice self-care, self-love. If you want to deal with oppression, you need to love yourself first. You need to know how to care for yourself. You need to know how to defend yourself. It's part of self-care, it's part of self-love. You need to know how to defend yourself as an individual, how to care for yourself. Because if you can't treat yourself right, you won't be able to correct people to treat you right. You won't be able to convince people to treat you right. And that reminds me, I will drop the link of my video or probably I will attach it to this video at the end. My video where I discussed about self-care. Just watch out for it. At the end of this video, I will attach it to this video. You need to learn to know how to take care of yourself. Show yourself some love. That is when you can as well convince people that I'm treating myself right. You need to treat me right. Treat me the way I'm treating myself. It's so simple. Address me the way I'm dressed. Treat me the way I'm treating myself. Don't treat me lesser than who I am. Don't treat me lesser than who I present myself to be. That is one of the ways you can deal with oppression. But if you find it difficult to convince people that you are loved, you have love, you are loved by yourself, nobody will see it as something important. Nobody will prioritize that for you. So you need to prioritize it. You need to show yourself some care, show yourself some love. That is when people will show you love. Number 3, you need to be friends with people that you have like minds with. If you are being oppressed by your religion, probably you are in a society where they practice a different religion entirely. Try to find people that practice the same religion as you do. Those people will understand how you feel. Those people will know how to treat you. Those people will know what you really want, that will make you comfortable. But when you keep moving with people that you don't have anything in common, what you share is not the same, the way you think is not the same, you don't expect them to treat you the way you want to be treated. You can't stop them from oppressing you. So when you move with people that you have like minds, it will be so beneficial for you, because they will consider you in whatever they want to do. They will not oppress you. They will accept you and love you for who you are. Number 4, know your right. Sometimes not knowing our rights do subject us to oppression. We know this thing is not right, but we find it difficult to defend ourselves because we don't know our right. We don't really know it's our right or not. There are some things they will do to us. We know this thing is bad. It's not good. Like, we know it's bad. We don't feel good about it. But we find it difficult to realize if that thing is our right to fight for or not. The moment you know it is your right to, those things are your right. These are my rights, these are not my rights. You know your left from your wrong. You know you will be able to defend yourself that don't do this to me. No, I don't want it. No, this is how I'm supposed to be treated. You work in a place where they want to maltreat you. You know your right, you speak up. You are in a society where you want to be little, you know where they belittle you, you know your right, you speak up. But when you don't see it as your right, when you don't know your right, you will be oppressed and there's nothing you can do about it. You will be oppressed like regularly and you won't be able to stop it. So know your right. Number 5, don't retaliate. No. You cannot, 2 wrongs can never make a right. You can correct them if there is a way of correcting them, fine. If there is a way to correct them, you can correct them. But it's not going to make any sense you forcing yourself or you trying to retaliate in whatever they do. You just keep making mistakes. They will want to do it back. You want to retaliate. So that is how you will just keep doing it. It is better you correct them that I don't want this is what I want. And if they don't listen, you can find a means of dealing with it in another way. So don't retaliate. Correct them if you can. 2 wrongs can never make a right. Number 6, reach out for support or therapy. When it's becoming so overwhelming, when it's becoming something you can't handle by yourself again, reach out for therapy. Meet people, meet psychologists, meet therapists that can help you out on it. Don't just keep quiet, because you keeping quiet will not help you. All those things can lead to depression, and when you are depressed, you can lose it all. Like mentally, you can lose it all. So don't let it get to that stage of losing it up. Reach out for support. Number 7, stay where you are loved. That's just the truth. If you are not being loved somewhere, it's simple. The narrative is so simple. We don't want you, we don't love you. So stay where you are loved. Know when to say goodbye. That is another one. That is number 8. Stay where you are loved is number 7. Where you are loved and welcome. Whenever people love you in a particular place, they welcome you, they treat you right. They will never want to hurt your feelings. But the moment they see that when you are hurt, the moment they hurt you and they get joy, they derive joy from it, it simply means you are not welcome. It simply means you don't belong here. So stay where you are loved and welcomed. Number 8, know when to say goodbye. We are all human. Change is constant. They might be loving you before, but the moment the love is no more there, the moment they can't treat you right, the moment they just want to oppress you, you notice that there's nothing you can do. They just want to oppress you. It's better to say goodbye. Know when to say goodbye. It will give you peace of mind. It will help you mentally. It will really, really help you mentally. Saying goodbye is never an offense. Saying goodbye for your own sake doesn't mean you are lazy. Saying goodbye at some point doesn't mean you are a coward. No. You just want peace. So go for the peace. Number 9, put your safety first. When you consider that you need to be safe, you need to be safe wherever you are. You need to be assured and reassured that you are safe, you will be okay, and you even make sure by yourself that this place I am safe and comfortable. Then that place is good for you. But when you know that your safety is not guaranteed where you are, anytime, any day, any moment, oppression can come. And when it comes, there is nothing you can do about it in that particular situation. It might be difficult to get out of it. Then it will not be safe for you anymore. So put your safety first. Know when to say goodbye. Put your safety first. Stay where you are loved. And again, as a reminder, we youth, please, let's stop convincing ourselves. Let's stop seeing peer pressure as an oppression. You subject yourself to it the moment you want to compete. The moment you start competing with what you know you can't get, you just want to compete with everything. Even if you can get it, you don't have to. It's not everything you have to get. There are some things that are your priority that will be beneficial for your life now and in future. Go for those things. Stop the competition. Stop subjecting yourself to oppression when nobody is subjecting you to it. Please. This will be all for today, my people. I really appreciate you for watching it this far. God bless you all. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. God bless you all. Bye. Stay safe, be kind to people, and remain blessed. Bye for now.